That's 58 grand.
Expensive for that, I don't think. Do you?
Do you know what it is? I've never been rich, but I'm going to definitely be skint if Jodie gets too many ideas out of this place. Right, as promised, we are down at Chelsea. We've just got here, we've started walking around. It's red hot down here. Cameron's kindly drove down from Alnwick last night, so he set off at 3:36 this morning. I got a text message from him. I'm a little bit worried he's going to start flagging, so we're trying to get around it in good time. I'm pretty overwhelmed, to be honest. Everything I'm seeing's beautiful, but it's how I could learn from it, how we relate it to what we need to do in the future and what we take from this. So I'm trying to absorb it as best I can. So yeah, we're going to take you around and take you on our journey today.
Do people on the site ask about greenhouses?
No, but I think if we'd done something like that, we had an area, they would all get together and use it. Do you know what I mean?
Like a communal garden?
Yeah, but something like that, I think if we had it as like in a location with a view as well, people would just go and sit in it with a chair and take in the view. And that's where I want to try and absorb as much as I can from this and take it all in. I think this is brain food. I'll come here and I'll be thinking about it for weeks afterwards, and then we'll start to come up with ideas as to what we're going to do or where, because each location is totally different. I'm stagnant in my thinking at the minute, and I want to give my brain a shock and come up with some new stuff, and the fact Jodie's getting into it as well.
American like desert, I think, isn't it? It's nice, but yeah, they're doing all right.
Everyone's looking at us because we've got a camera in our face. Do you think someone will ask for a signature?
From me, maybe, yeah.
An autograph. Yeah, but like, look how they've aged the timber and that to make it look old.
It's very like English countryside.
It's built that in 2 weeks.
It's gorgeous.
I made it look old and put grass in the gutters. Look at that cat. But it just shows you what you can build. Like
the whole structure of that is stunning. Like, look at the rustic shelving we've got there as well.
I'm not sure, but I know what this garden is because there's a YouTuber that I follow that built all of this, and I've followed him over the last couple of weeks. Obviously there's a designer that's come up with the creation, and then the young lads built it all and done all of the logistics and had everything delivered, and it looked like hell for 2 weeks. They were starting at 5 in the morning and leaving at like 8, 9 at night. But you look at it, it's not a big area, is it? Like, it must have just been difficult. And they dig all of this ground up every year.
The thing is, as well, they've got like the pressure of getting it right, knowing that loads of people can't come in to like look at it. Do you know what I mean? So it's probably the added stress, but
and keeping the plants alive.
Yeah.
Because everything I plant dies within 24 hours.
What do you like about this, Jim?
It's a mirror.
yeah.
So,
what we normally do.
One of those illusions.
Favourite pastimes for us? What, taking selfies, mirrors?
I don't take much project one.
You take more selfies.
This is the shadow casting rod, and although this isn't set up for obviously Chelsea because they're all made to the exact latitude and longitude, but it is just coming out. Can you see the shadow? It's coming out. It's coming out. It's just gone past 10. Just coming out for 10. Can you see it?
Yeah. That is so cool.
And then you can have a motto, or you can have a date marked in on the hour band on the equinox line. So underneath there's the tank, you can see there's the tank.
Yeah, pumps back up.
Pumps, water field pump.
Yeah. Young Ollie built it, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
We were watching his YouTubes. Setting it all
we watched
up.
this getting built.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
It was really interesting.
Oh well, look, he's done an amazing job,
really
hasn't he?
has.
Right, they'll come in at 5:30 when the show closes,
Yeah.
we can start dismantling it.
Right.
But then you have to get it cleared within the week,
Uh-huh.
and the site has to be, and you have to get a certificate to put the site back, because of course this is the Royal Hospital's garden.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. The
That's what I
work
was
that
saying
goes
as well.
into it, isn't it?
All this ground's disturbed every year.
Yeah.
And you dig up plant
Yeah.
trees, and then it has to be reinstated.
It has to be completely laid back to how it was.
For the pond that we've just done, right, the pond in front of the office and the pond round the back of the office, so there's 4 ponds in total, and one's down at Backcroft and Lakewood. I've got a big fountain in that one, and I've got 3 left to put fountains in. I got a price last week for the 3. I give the square meterage, told them what size and what we would need and how much.
For 3
All
fountains.
3. All
For-
different sizes because it's different square meterage ponds.
15 grand?
16.
That's a good guess, actually.
16 grand. I think that's crazy.
Didn't I do that?
I'll do it, but I just didn't have to do it in stage. Well,
Same company who did the others?
yeah. But I need to do it in stages because the pond that we've just done, I need that to fill up. I need the one in front of the office to fill up because there's not enough water in it.
They're both looking.
You stole the water from that one.
And the one behind the office is bare as well. But it's prompted me as well. I've found a firm this week. They're going to send me some dye to put in the ponds, right? So it makes the water look blue. They do it at Fox Lake, yes. But anyways, I got speaking to them, and they said it's going to clear all the weeds and the algae, which is what's killing the fountains because it gets sucked up into the bottom and kills the pumps. So we're going to try that first. Then I'm going to revisit it for the fountains.
Quality. But yeah, I mean, basically we build them so that you can bespoke them to your own,
Yeah.
whatever you want. So they can be built as a summer house, or they can be built to be used all round with insulation and total weatherproofing. You can use them as a gym, as a outdoor kitchen.
Yeah. It's gorgeous. Like, there was a stand round there that had like wreaths, but in art. Like, you know what I mean? But use them like
Every
as
time I've
art.
done wildflowers.
So now I feel like our garden at times could just be art because it's just a thing.
The weeds in our garden don't flower. Right, so Cameron's just asked me, am I looking for ideas for the sauna and the little gym and coffee shop that we hope to build? Right. And that's part of the planning application that I've been going on with for, well, 4 years, but I submitted it in June 2022. We thought we would know by the 6th of May, so this month. And I got a phone call this week to say I'm being delayed till the end of June. It looks like everything's in place, fingers crossed. But just once again, County Council and some of the consultees need more time. And this is the sort of thing that's just killing me with timescales, budget, getting contractors lined up. And I can have as many ideas as I want and be excited about it, but until we've got that planning application set in stone, it's pointless.
What are you looking like budget-wise? Is it
Enough. It'll be, I don't know yet, because I want to see what conditions I have, because there'll be pre-commencement and conditions throughout the project, because there's a listed building. So budget is kind of up in the air a little bit until I have them set in stone. Like I say, I won't know what I've got to do, to what length we have to go to with that original building, because I would imagine we might have to take it down, redo the founds and then rebuild, because obviously Heritage England will be involved in that as well. And it is long-winded and it is going to cost a fortune, but it's one of them things where it'll be a touch of class, and whatever it costs now, in 10 years I'll look back and think either I'm glad I did it or it was cheap. So,
and it's such like the wellness is such a trend now, like that lifestyle.
For our clientele it is, because that's why they come to us. It's a change of environment, the countryside, the scenery, the fresh air. So a place to gather, have a coffee, exercise, mingle, have events in there. we need that like central building to cater for all of that now as well. This is what I want outside that building, an area where people can sit, it's planters, climbers, a little bit of canopies, like, so we can offer the shade or we can take it away if it's red hot.
So this is a natural ice bath, so you can buy special plants that filter water, so you don't need chlorine or anything. On TikTok in COVID, there was this couple who built a natural swimming pool which didn't have chlorine in, and they use special plants that. So there's a special name for the filtrates.
You're saying that because I've been looking at a natural swimming pool that's actually a pond. It's got plants in it, but people do cold plunges, and it's already on a caravan park in the UK. And I was going to ask the guy to help me design one.
There's one called the Farm Club. They have a sauna.
This
on
will
the
be
lake,
like what they've got at Soho House and stuff.
Yeah, or Kip and Nuke. You know, in Newcastle, they've got similar sort of vibe. Yeah, for the spa that's coming to Barmoor.
Well, miniature, it'll be simple, but something for everyone to use. That's a sauna, isn't it?
I'll grab that. Thank you, Jodie. Put your invoice in the post.
I know I will.
Right, guys, we're in a sauna from Boone. The ladies kindly let us go in and have a look. Whether we do something remote like this when I do the building or it's built inside, I don't know, but it just shows you don't need anything over the top. It is just a box that you sit and sweat in with a window, but it's how we do it, how we make it look, what the feel of it is, the position. And this is where I'm getting excited when I come around places like this. Jodie talks about the mood or the style and things like that. I've got to think about like the practicality, how we would build it, how people would use it, the costs involved, the costs of running it. So bits like this, when I speak to the owners of the stand and stuff, it gets my mind ticking. Cameron just pointed out we saw a swinging chair and he said how much was that? So we all had a bit of a guess. 12 grand for a chair.
I mean, it was beautiful, don't get me wrong, it was beautiful, but too much money. Too much money.
This, Scott Buchan did something like this, we could do that. Build the frame, do the stonework. Try and put some fibre optic lighting in it. That's what I want to do. That's what I've come to learn a bit about. Get some inspiration on stuff like that. I know it might look complicated, and I think the stonework bit will be, but the actual mechanics of it is dead easy. Just a frame, pump, the base is like a sump to hold the water. It's just the stonework that'll be the hard bit on this. The other thing I want to do is these they're like infinity features where the water will be projected out and land onto like a slate base, dissipate back down into the sump, recycle and be pumped again, but you never actually see the water. It just like lands on the floor, filters its way back through. I want to start making some of them in bits around the park. It's the noise that I think makes the difference for the customers, just hearing a little bit of running water. This is the type of thing that I came to like motivate myself with, get ideas, water features, bigger features in the grounds. We can build stuff like this. I've got all the people around us, and I know lads that have half done similar things, but not to this scale. Yeah, I think Bob would have a crack at something like this, and I want to do something like this at the entrance for Ancroft as well. Lit obviously in the evenings, the noise of the water, just presence, and it changes the atmosphere, I think, on the park for the customers. Yeah, Cameron's just asked me if I'd ever put art or anything in the grounds of Barmoor. I can't really. I think it has to be stuff that fits in with the landscape, possibly suitable of the period and how we manage it. And plus, that'll be about 80 grand as well. And Craig will hit that with a lawnmower. So we do have some bits and bobs. We have like period fountains, some stags. I've made some chess pieces for a development, so every area's got like a knight and a king and a queen, and they work well. I think because they are of the period of the grounds and the same material as what you would see around the grounds, sandstone or a look-alike. But then your contemporary stuff, I think it would look so out of place at home. Right, look at this. It looks dead easy. And then have a closer look. I can't figure out how he's done this. Look at the top one, Cam. Look where the pivot is on that middle stone, where the weight's balanced.
I was saying it looks like it could be like fake stone. You know what I mean? To make it look like it's balancing, but it's actual real heavy stone. How is it?
It's a bit of me that. I think, I don't know, like, that might have me. I don't know if I'm good enough for that. Right everybody, that's us done. We're going to call it a day here at Chelsea. We've been round everything, I think twice. It's went from nice and cool in the morning to extremely hot and extremely busy. So we're just taking the chance now when the crowds have died down and everyone's getting their lunch, just to do this outro for this video. This has been on my bucket list for 10 years. I'm glad I've came. Have I learnt what I wanted to? Possibly not, but I think I've got inspiration for other projects that we're going to do on the park and ideas, and it's going to feed my mind for a while. So there's still some positives to take away from this. We're going to go now and have a day around London before we get the train home tomorrow. So thank you for following us on this journey, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.